The kid was shaking. Not from the cold. Not from hunger. From fear. He stood at the edge of the gas station lot, eyes locked on a gray sedan parked across the street from the playground. His voice cracked when he grabbed my leather vest and whispered those 6 words that changed everything: "That car is watching the kids." I didn't know this boy. Didn't know his story. But I knew that look. I'd seen it in war zones, in back alleys, in places where wolves hunt sheep. And when I turned to look at that car, and saw the driver snap his head away too fast, I knew we weren't walking away from this. You're watching Untold Stories 0.4. If this story moves something in you, hit that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe, because stories like these need to be told. Now let me take you back to that day. It was a Tuesday afternoon in Bakersfield. Me and 3 brothers from the club had stopped for fuel on our way back from a Veterans Memorial ride. The sun was brutal, the kind that makes asphalt shimmer like water. We were tired, quiet, just wanting to get home. That's when this kid appeared. Maybe 12 years old. Clothes too big, face too thin, eyes too old. He didn't ask for money. Didn't ask for food. He asked for help. He pointed across the street to Riverside Park. Said he'd been living in the area for weeks, sleeping under bridges, staying invisible. But he'd noticed something. A gray Honda Civic. Different driver sometimes, but always the same behavior. Slow circles around the park. Stopping. Watching. Waiting. The kid had seen enough true crime shows at shelter TVs to know what predators look like. And he was terrified he was watching one. Most people would have called the cops and left. But we're not most people. My brother Reaper pulled out his phone and started filming. Tank walked over to the park, positioned himself between the playground and that car. I fired up my Harley and rolled across the street, real slow, letting that V-twin engine announce exactly what was about to happen. The sedan tried to leave. I blocked the exit. Reaper got the license plate. The driver, some middle-aged guy in a polo shirt and sunglasses, started sweating bullets. We didn't touch him. Didn't threaten him. Didn't have to. Sometimes the presence of men who've seen evil and refuse to tolerate it is enough. Tank made a call. Within 10 minutes, 2 squad cars arrived. Turns out our instincts were right. The man had a record. Suspended license. Restraining orders. And when they searched his car, they found a bag in the trunk with zip ties, duct tape, and a notebook with playground addresses circled in red. The cops thanked us. The parents at that park thanked us. But the person I kept thinking about was that kid. After everything settled, I found him sitting on the curb, head in his hands. I asked him why he spoke up when he could have just stayed invisible. He looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "Because nobody spoke up for me when I needed it." We made some calls that day. Got him into a group home. Made sure he had a coat, some food, a chance. Last I heard, he was doing okay. Learning a trade. Staying out of trouble. You don't need a badge to protect people. You don't need a cape to be a hero. Sometimes you just need to listen when a scared kid whispers the truth. Evil thrives when good people look away. We didn't look away that day. And because of a homeless boy who refused to stay silent, some child somewhere is safe tonight. That's the story. That's the code. And that's why we ride.